The once peaceful valley of Mbwila was now a battlefield, scarred by smoke, ash, and debris. The towering trees had been reduced to splintered stumps by the relentless Portuguese cannon fire, and the ground was stained with the blood of Nao's people. Exhausted but determined, Nao gripped her spear as her warriors fought valiantly against an advancing, seemingly unstoppable enemy. The sound of clashing steel and cannon blasts filled the air. But despite their bravery, the warriors of Mbwila were losing ground. The organized Portuguese forces advanced steadily, their cannons leaving destruction in their wake. Nao's warriors, once fueled by strength, were now growing tired, and the forest that had shielded them was reduced to a smoldering ruin.
Nala, we're running out of time. The cannons are destroying everything.
We will fight until the very end. For Mbwila, for our people, we will not retreat.
Nao's voice, though steady, betrayed a subtle tremor of desperation as the battle turned dire. Despite the relentless cannon fire, advancing enemy, and dwindling, exhausted warriors, Nao stood unbroken. Her grip on her gleaming spear was firm, and her eyes, though tired, burned with fierce determination. The weight of leadership was immense, but she bore it with unmatched grace, her resolve forged in countless challenges. Kato, who admired her deeply, saw her as a warrior queen, defiant and unyielding even in the face of overwhelming odds. Her quiet strength inspired courage and hope among her people. As the enemy closed in and the cannons roared, Nao's unwavering spirit symbolized her fight not just for victory, but for her people's future. The remaining warriors of Mbwila, though greatly reduced in number, remained resolute. Their faces, smeared with dirt and blood, showed no sign of retreat, despite fresh wounds and exhaustion. Each warrior, bruised and battered, stood tall with unwavering determination, driven by their fight for land, family, and future. At the forefront, Nal held her spear, embodying the hope and courage of her people. Her steadfast presence reignited their resolve, and they remained committed to following her until the end. Kato, bloodied and weary, rallied the troops with fiery, conviction-filled words, rekindling their spirits and uniting them in their final stand. Together, they faced the battle with renewed strength and unity. The warriors of Mbwila echoed his cry, their voices rising in unison, fierce and powerful. Though battered, though weary, their spirits burned bright. The fire in their hearts had not dimmed. They would stand, they would fight, and they would give everything for their home. As the final wave of Portuguese soldiers advanced, their armor glinting in the sunlight and cannons booming, the ground trembled beneath the warriors of Mbwila. Despite the deafening noise and swirling smoke, the Mbwila fighters stood resolute, their spears raised high. War cries of defiance echoed off the hills, signaling their last stand. Nal led the charge with fierce precision, her spear slicing through enemy ranks, while Kato fought alongside her with equal intensity, his sword cutting down foes with fluid strength. Together, they carved a path through the Portuguese forces, their synchronized movements a testament to their unwavering courage. The battlefield was a chaotic symphony of clashing weapons and cries, but the spirit of Nala and her people remained unbroken as they defended their home with relentless determination. As the sun set over the blood-soaked valley, the intensity of battle waned. The once vibrant clashing of weapons and cannon fire had quieted, leaving behind only distant cries and the crackling of burning wood. The warriors of Mbwila, though fewer and more battered, maintained their steadfast resolve despite their exhaustion. The Portuguese, though victorious, had suffered significant losses and their ranks had disintegrated under the relentless attacks. The valley and forest bore the scars of the fierce conflict, with shattered trees and torn ground. Nal, bruised and bloodied, stood resolute amidst the devastation. Despite the fall of Mbwila, she felt their story was far from over. Their honor and courage would be remembered, and their legacy of resistance and resilience would endure.
We fought for our home, for our families, and for our future, and we will be remembered.
Naal's soft yet powerful voice conveyed a timeless promise to her people, ancestors, and land. Despite their defeat, the courage, strength, and resolve of the Mbwila warriors would endure. Their story, marked by sacrifice, would be remembered and passed down through generations as a symbol of their unbreakable spirit. As twilight enveloped the battlefield, the air was thick with the scent of smoke and earth, bringing a somber peace to the scarred land. Naal, standing amid the ruins, felt the weight of their loss but knew their spirit would persist, eternally embedded in the soil, trees, and winds of their homeland. Their legacy of bravery and hope would live on, even in defeat.